Okay.
For the devil sends the beast with wrath, because he knows the time is short. Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number. Its number is 666.
Oh. We're fucking back.
You're goddamn right, Ed.
Is this Dio?
This is a little Iron Maiden.
Maiden. Okay.
With the number of the beast.
Little pesky Iron Maiden. The mark of the beast.
That's right. We're back, everybody. Welcome to the Butt Stuff Podcast. I'm DJ here with Ed, Jim, and Jerry. How we doing, everybody?
Oh, fantastic over here, Deej.
Doing well. Pretty good.
It's your premier Sunday morning podcast happening on a Sunday afternoon. And we're here to rock.
I feel like it's got to be at least a month or like 3 weeks since we've done one here, right?
It's been a few weeks.
Didn't we just take that one last week off? We did one the week before.
I think we did one 2 weeks ago. Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Even then, there was like a 2 week gap between that one and the other one.
Yeah, we're trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
A lot of conflicting schedules here, folks. We'll figure it out.
That was my bad last week. I was busy.
Jim was busy winning.
Yeah,
By winning.
I made $500 in a Magic tournament.
Hey, stuffers. Says Paul. Little pesky Paul Alexandrian.
Little Paul.
Pesky Paul Alexandrian.
That's right. So how we all been doing? Anything new?
Yeah, I went to a new restaurant in town.
Ed did some dining.
Did some fine dining. All up and down the East Coast. No, I went to if you guys were familiar with New World, I went to the same location where New World used to be. It's called the Delaware now.
New World Bistro, Albany staple for many years.
New Delaware staple now, but yeah, it was expensive.
I see. It looks very expensive from the outside. If you walk past, you're like, that looks like a nice restaurant.
My wallet already feels lighter just walking by it.
Little, yeah, it was. The food was really good, but the service was like the worst I've ever experienced in my life.
That's unfortunate. That does bring it down a lot for me.
Go with me on a journey, if you will. Okay, so you have a 7:15 reservation. You sit down. It's a very loud bar, and everybody's talking very loud. You can't even hear the lady you're sitting down with to eat. And not to eat the lady, but to eat with. But and then somebody comes, they take our drink order, and then they're like, "Oh, I'll have to check and see if we have the stuff left to make that one drink, but we'll get the other one going. Come back here." 20 minutes later, they come back with one drink. They're like, "Yeah, we didn't have the stuff to make the other one. So what other drink do you want?" And I, say, and then they come back 20 minutes later, and a lady friend did not drink her beverage because she was waiting for Cheers. You know what I mean? So there we have now 40 minutes worth of ice down. And then, I don't know. It was just one of them things. And then when she came back and brought the drink, we ordered oysters, right? And then 20 minutes later, the oysters come, but they go to the table next to us.
Ooh.
So we watched them eat our oysters for free.
Oh my god!
And then, so these two people on
They didn't
either
even
side,
say anything.
No,
They didn't even order these.
I mean,
Yum, yum.
in their defense, what would you do? You know what I mean? Ooh, oysters. You're just gonna eat them.
Yes.
Thank
you.
Also, so these two people sat down after us, and their drinks came, and their first course or whatever came before our second drink came. So I'm fuming.
Oh yeah, I'd be steaming.
And I'm trying to control it because it's it's baby girl's birthday, so I'm just hanging, And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It's weird. They got oysters too, but faster than us. you know,
Yeah.
not doing that, but still. And then
That's funny because I'm about to lose my freaking mind.
so she brings the other drink, and I was like, hey, those oysters still coming? How about those oysters? And she's like, ooh, I think we brought them to the wrong table. Sorry about that. And I'm like, okay, it's okay, that's fine. And then I was just like, they finally bring us our oysters, and then after she does that, she goes and talks to the people at the table next to us for like 20 minutes, so they know each other. So I'm like, oh,
Mm.
okay, you're just hooking your friends up with my oysters. Makes
Mm.
sense. I got
Ah.
it now. So I'm pissed. Still, I'm pissed. And then the actual food comes, and it's a delicious steak, and she got like fish and chips. It was really good. And then it left a lot to be desired service wise. And like it was very obvious that they hadn't figured out their table system, because every member of the staff would come out and be like, who got
Yeah.
these? And it's just like, dude, fucking know your tables. Know your tables.
When
Right.
did it
Bring
open?
me my oysters. I don't know. A few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the new year.
Table system shouldn't be that hard to figure out.
Now, there's not really that many tables in the place.
And it's
there's
kind of
probably-
universal between most restaurants the way they do it.
They count from the fucking either the maitre d' or from the kitchen. They just go
Yeah.
around. Super easy.
Yeah.
Fucking bunch of dunces over there.
Yeah, service can really make or break a nice dinner, even though you have a good time with your person.
Oh, we were having fun too. I should say that we were like being like playful, and it was
That's
kinda
that's
fun.
good.
And like the one thing that sucks is like the amount of like really really old people there, which is fine. I'm fine with old people. But this lady had her light on her phone trying to read the menu for 20 fucking minutes. And it's just like somebody's flashlight is just on your eyes and your periphery. And I'm just like keep looking at her like, oh, you figure it out yet? You still go through the line list?
It sounds like that episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they're at the restaurant and Dennis is sitting right
That's
in
what I
front of the
keep thinking
thing,
of.
and then it keeps hitting him in the there. My chair's wobbly. Like, we could get you a book of matches. I don't want to sit on a pile of matches.
It's really okay. Amelia is in the chat and she said, Ed, advocate for your woman. Say, hey, those were our oysters or ours. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, hey, stop eating that. Spit that back in there.
Yeah.
I will eat that snotty oyster that you've already touched.
Give that back to us.
Well, on the off chance that they also ordered oysters and just were taking
That's true.
longer. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, but
Yeah.
I will say this: the bill the oysters were so good. We ordered a second round of oysters.
Oh, really?
$20 for 6 oysters.
Damn.
Some would say the deal is a century.
I just pulled up their menu. Dude, you aren't lying. Fucking the prices.
Yeah, I was looking at that
They got me for $50 on a steak frites. And
yesterday.
the fries were so
The first thing on the menu is $34. Oh god.
That one glass of water.
little,
34.
little. Dude, that was another thing. Too.
This is the best water you'll ever taste.
I wanted seltzer water, right? Like just from the little fucking gun.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like bring me this bottle
With
of
a
fucking-
bottle.
dude, and they're like they got a towel on it. They open it up and it's
Yeah.
like treating it like a bottle of wine. I'm like, just fucking leave the Saratoga bottle. It's not even Pellegrino. I'm fucking.
We got this water from Saratoga. It's going to be better than most of the waters.
Yeah, it's weird.
Most people are saying.
It's weird that bubble water is treated with a higher class because like I love seltzer water, but yeah, you ask for
Yeah,
seltzer water at
exactly.
a restaurant, they break out the bucket of ice and pour it for you. You're like,
Dude,
thanks. I guess it's water.
From the coast of fucking Spain.
We took this bottled water and put it in our soda stream in the back.
How much am I paying for this?
Yeah, it's like, oh shit,
Some carbonation in there.
I gotta drink this whole bottle.
Yeah.
My
I will say this though, I like I like going out. I like a fine dining experience. The food was good. I tried the fish. I tried the curry fries. The curry fries were to die for.
Mhm.
And there's like stuff on the menu that was like still like New World standards. You know what I mean? Like their Brussels are still there. They
Mhm.
still have shit like that. But like, yeah. I mean, they turned your boy's clock. They got your boy for 140 wing
Oh
wangs.
my god, this one thing is
Ooh, damn.
$68.
Was that the steak frites? What is
the,
it?
the prime beef Wellington.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I-
they can suck my ass on the prime beef. I've never in my life been pumped. I've had beef Wellington like 3 times. Never been good.
the ribs on that menu are like $25.
Yeah, do you know why? Because nobody is gonna order the fucking ribs. You will be the dirtiest rib fuck ever, dude. You're just like sitting there like, that was pretty good. And there's just like fucking the bourgeoisie on either side of you being like, oh, how fucking improper of Donald.
Yeah, ribs is a tough choice.
Ribs
for
is
a,
tough.
it's for a nice dinner out. Be
I don't
like,
know, dude.
How do you like your
I,
food?
I'd eat the shit out of
I would be.
ribs.
I'm on team ribs. Here. I
It
have
depends
no,
on
Yeah,
no
you're sitting there with
problem.
it depends, first or second fine dining experience with your new lady. You're not gonna be like, gonna get the ribs.
Yeah,
And then just like I have a nice white like shirt on. You
that's
know?
true. If you're wearing a white shirt, the ribs are a tough sell. I'm going to get the porterhouse steak.
I mean, I did get this. The steak was
Mm.
good. The only thing I didn't like food wise was the steak frites. They sogged these frites up like fucking poutine.
Really?
I did not order poutine. I wanted steak and fries.
Yeah.
Steak and fucking fries. That's it. How can you fuck that up?
Yeah, that's a hard one to fuck up.
It's literally a rare steak too. So it's just send it out. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Fuck
even
those.
see the steak frites on the menu.
it's under entrees.
Yeah, I just don't even see it.
Mm,
Must be a newer item.
Little pesky.
yeah.
Steak frites.
I had a dining experience last night myself.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
where'd you go?
I went to Bailey's in Saratoga. It is Saratoga
Boo,
Restaurant
boo.
Week.
No, I'm just kidding. It was good.
Yeah, Restaurant Week. So each restaurant is serving a like 3-course menu.
Did you stand up for Amelia?
I'm pulling up their menu right now.
No,
No?
she indeed got the wrong drink at one point.
Did you stand up?
You didn't fight the waiter?
I tried to. I asked if that was
this
something
the
that wanted to
correct
be
drink?
stood up for.
And she said no.
No, she's
She
fine.
she meant yes.
Oh, whoa!
she wanted
This
you
place.
to stand up.
I'm down with it. I like the prices of this place already. I'm gonna say.
Dude, can you see the 3-course meal that they have?
I'm at the from the street.
Here, let me
And
see
from
if
the
I can
streets.
send you-
From the street.
Everything sounds good.
Yeah.
Although $12 for pretzels, bro, I don't know who
That's a little much.
spends that much money on pretzels.
Yeah, it was $35 for the 3-course meal, and I got a crispy chicken barbecue banh mi, or no, it was a
Banh
bao bun.
Bow.
So it's a little soft bun with some crispy barbecue chicken, and then some Asian slaw on top with some ginger.
Not a contest.
Ooh-wee. It was good. And then I had actually a New York strip steak myself.
Okay, how much? That was included in $35.
Yeah, but it was not the best steak in the world, I
What?
have to say.
Your whole meal cost half of my fucking entree.
The steak was not the best steak in the world. It was under seasoned. It was a bit tough.
Did you bring your own seasoning?
No, I didn't.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, like the appetizers were on point, fire as shit. I got the bao buns.
What did Dear Sweet Amelia get?
Dear Sweet Amelia got some poutine
Chill.
for the appetizer, which was excellent with a short rib gravy.
Oh my god.
That was amazing.
Dude,
but
these carnitas tacos sound so good.
My
Oh my
gripe with
God.
all poutines are just give me. I want the poo separate from the teen.
yeah,
I want to
you
dip
know,
my
I'm covered in
fries.
poo.
I don't want sog fries. I don't like soggy fries. I will
Mhm.
fucking flip the fuck out. I hate soggy fries. I need extra crispy fries. I need them to crispy crunch in my mouth.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
go ahead.
then she got the rigatoni alla vodka for
That sounds
Mm.
that sounds good. I'll have that.
it was very good.
It's the soup du jour.
I would say it was better than the steak. I would say
What?
the steak was really it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best steak I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you get what you pay for. That's a $10 steak, apparently.
Yeah,
Take things into consideration
Yeah.
there.
yeah, exactly. And then I had an apple blossom tart for
The
dessert,
alluring apple
and
blossom
Ooh.
tart.
and she had some fried Oreos.
Nice.
A dollop of whipped cream on there. It was
Wow.
good. Saratoga Restaurant Week going on until I think next Tuesday or something. So you can see all these different places that have the 3-course meal on there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lick my wounds and
Yeah,
just get some rotisserie chickens from Sam's Club or something.
well,
because those are $5.
Yeah, those are $5.
And those will feed me for 3 days.
I went to Bob's yesterday and I had a weird moment. I was sitting there eating and it's cute.
Diner?
Yeah, Bob's Diner.
What'd you get from Bob's?
Big breakfast. Or no, I got the lumberjack.
Nice.
Lumberjack Slam?
Delicious.
Yeah, it was good. And so I'm sitting there eating. I'm like almost done. And this like cute girl comes up. She's like, she's like going to pay or something, or she's going to pick up a coffee, and she's like 2 seats away, and she like starts whispering something to the lady that's like behind the counter, and I just hear the lady go, "The guy sitting by himself," and I'm like, "Is this girl talking about me?" I'm like, I'm fucking literally the only person at the bar or at the counter eating, and then like so she goes and she sits down, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then 5 minutes later, she goes and she's like with some older lady and she leaves. And I'm like, okay. And then 5 minutes go by. Some other dude goes to cash out and they're like, oh, the girl on the table next to you, she paid for your meal.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, fuck.
Oh, damn.
She didn't pay for my meal? Are you sure? I was
Yeah, like, are you sure it wasn't my meal?
Yeah, you sure it wasn't mine?
like, it could have been me.
No, sir. You farted very
Now-
loud.
Now she started a pay it forward thing. He should have paid for your meal after that.
Yeah.
He should have, he should have been like 55 fries.
I actually did that once when we were at Orchard Creek. I might have told it on the pod too, but I just like we were having like banter with the waitress, and I was like, that lady sitting there is actually like my great aunt. Like it was just this sweet old lady sitting by herself eating this burger the size of her head. I was like, that's like my great aunt. She's dementia really bad. Can I just pay for her thing? She was like, you don't know that person. No, just pay for it. And I just like I paid for this lady's like whole burger, and it was like $15 or whatever, and then we just like we just like laughed and just left.
I like the way the lady called you out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no, it's totally her.
They're like,
you
that's-
don't know this person.
They're like, that's Carol. She doesn't have dementia. She comes here like every other
You
day.
don't know that person.
Well, I mean, what are they're still gonna let you pay for her food.
Yeah.
So they don't care.
You don't know that person.
If that fell at the table over there isn't sea bass.
What would you have done if they called her like up there to be like, oh hey,
I'd be like, I
That's
don't know
your,
I don't know what their problems are. I was just trying to pay for
like,
you know.
hi Aunt Carol.
Can you believe this guy? He says he knows you.
Yeah, it's the dementia.
She's demented. But
That's funny.
so when we were all setting up all this equipment you see in front of you here, or here in front of you, Jerry was talking about how he wants to go see Dune.
I do. Yes, I've only heard fucking amazing things
From
about
who?
the internet.
Yeah. So you
Well,
heard.
nobody
The
I
internet
know
is-
has seen it,
Yeah.
and
Do you
the
think maybe
people
they-
we work with
It sounds
most
like
likely haven't seen it either.
it sounds like it's more
marketing?
people paying people to say it's
I
really
don't know. I've got a couple YouTube channels that don't seem like they get money.
good. They seem pretty broke.
They seem genuine, and so I trust them. I trust that
Jerry believes everything he hears.
you gotta believe some hype.
Jared's
right
also the
hype.
person who tells you to go see something. It was good, and then you go see it, and you're like,
I'm immediately going to the 1-star review.
little pesky Paul Atreides.
Like I saw Dune 1. Dune 1 came straight to HBO Max when it first dropped because it was
Yeah.
during I think the
COVID.
back end of COVID, and watched that. Thought it was okay. It was very slow, but you could tell they were building. They were like world building, character development, all that. And now I guess Dune 2, they just say, boom,
dude,
here you go.
I wish that they had Snoop Dogg in Dune too. Just crip walking. Like
I'm
they do
glad
the
that
little
they don't.
fucking-
Oh, the sand walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That's basically just the crip walk, dude. They got that from Snoop.
You're right. I never
Yeah.
thought of it like that.
I'll definitely give it a shot. It's always a hard sell though when like a movie like that comes out and everyone's like, the first one's supposed to be slow, but 2 and 3 are like amazing, like from the books we know. And it's like, how about we make them all good movies?
Yeah.
Why don't we just make them all good? Like instead of one bad one and then being like, guys, the other one's gonna be really good.
You got to
Because
wait another
You
3
gotta
years.
Dissect the universe.
Oh fuck! There's a Lord of the Rings movie coming out this year.
Oh, really?
Is there really?
Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim.
Oh wow.
Oh wait! Oh no! Never
Oh,
mind. I'm
is
sorry.
that the Amazon series?
It's animated. It's
Could still be good.
I don't
Is it
know.
like the
No, I thought
original-
it was gonna be like a fucking Peter Jackson.
That'd be
Uh,
wild. We have learned to walk through the sand.
We need more water. Imagine yourself dancing through the water, just gliding through.
You can't see my feet on it, but
The War of the Rohirrim tells the story of Helm Hammerhand, the legendary king of Rohan, who must defend against the army of the Dunlendings. He becomes the namesake for the stronghold of Helm's Deep.
Oh, so it's a little prequel. To Two Towers.
I got an idea. Leave it alone. You know? Leave
Yeah.
it alone. Little pesky Hollywood executives trying to milk a cow that died a long time ago.
Yep. Film studios love a good prequel. Anything to build the lore.
I also on the topic of Dune, there was a thing where what's the guy who wrote Dune? Robert something?
I don't know.
Oh, Frank Herbert.
Frank Herbert.
Yeah.
Frank Herbert, before he passed, basically said like, "Hey, just throwing it out there. Star Wars, kind of took 18 things from us, and then there's like a list of like all 18 things that were like similar." So he's like, "Yeah, I'm not saying that he did it intentionally. It's just like I think he at least owes us a dinner."
Yeah.
Basically saying he fucked us.
It's a funny thing to say on your deathbed.
It wasn't a deathbed thing.
Did you
Hey,
guys?
It's just before he died, he was like, he's dead now. Is it? But if you think about it, like the origin story is pretty similar. The technology that they use similar descriptive wise. But George Lucas just knew like, hey,
Space wizards.
space wizards, dirty space wizards. The Jedi mind trick is like the Bene Gesserit voice. It's the exact same thing.
No way.
And then both protagonists are just like, what is it, Tatooine?
Yeah.
Tatooine is just like Arrakis.
Yeah.
They have
planet.
sand
They got a
people. The
big
sand
old-
people that have to fight to survive.
The only thing about that is I wonder how Star Wars managed to figure out how to make a good movie 50 years ago, and
Yeah.
Frank Herbert didn't. So, wow.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Well, that's the thing. Is like definitely, Frank could write, Lucas could, direct and set the scene.
I actually don't know. After struggling to read Dune, I don't know if that guy is. I don't know if I just don't like his writing style. I think
It's very redundant.
it's very difficult to
Mhm.
read.
It's difficult. It's redundant, but also it's like one of those things where
You have to be able to visualize and imagine a lot of shit in that book.
I feel
because
like
it is very hard.
I am truly blessed because I had seen, the good version of Dune, episode 1 there or whatever of Dune with little Timothy Chalamet, and I could like I had like the setting
Mm.
fucking given to me from Hollywood. It was like easier in that regard. Whereas if I had to set everything up, and then they're just like a Bene Gesserit witch, like all this, they're just saying all
Even
this
just
shit.
the words, you're reading them and you're like, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Like Bene Gesserit.
Neither does he. Neither does he.
Yeah.
Or like the Modib. Like until you hear it
Oh,
and you're like,
Modib.
oh, okay, I guess that's how you say it because I've been saying it.
Modab.
Maudib. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muad'Dib.
Nab.
Could
But it-
nod dab.
And it's like every other fucking word. It's like a make believe word where you're like,
Yeah.
I literally gotta go to the fucking glossary.
Well, sci-fi and fantasy is gonna be like that, It's the same thing. I feel like Lord of the
But like
Rings.
Philip K. Dick, though, like I've read
I've
read a lot of Philip K. Dick books and didn't have that issue.
Yeah, I had the same issue with Tolkien. Like any Lord of the Rings books I tried to read, it was very similar. I really
Mhm.
needed the movies.
Lord of the Rings, it is helpful to have the move. Like I And I also am listening to them through like audio. I'm not reading them. I'm just
Really?
having them being. Yeah, they have them on Spotify. You can have the guy that does
audiobooks.
He's
So you listen while you read.
no. When I'm at work, I just
Oh,
I
okay.
have Smeagol does
Yeah.
he reads them all to you.
No, in the
Oh,
Smeagol voice.
No, but he does all of their voices and
Stages, precious.
dude, I
Shall
didn't
not
I didn't
pass.
know it was him until he did the Smeagol voice, and I was like, "Damn, that guy just did the Smeagol voice really well." And then I looked at the name and was like, "Oh, that's the guy that is Smeagol."
Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a terrible
Yeah.
name. Change it. You know. What is it?
Yeah.
Andy Circus.
what's wrong with it?
It's a
Spelled
fucking
Serikis.
No, okay, that's better.
So not like
Barnum Bailey.
CR. Yeah, if that was your name,
Yeah.
that would be like
Change it.
yeah. Did you guys see the
Palm with
Chilean Star Wars commercials?
No,
So in the early 2000s,
for episode 1.
no, the original series in Chile, they wanted to show the
And where?
Chile. They wanted to show the original Star Wars trilogy in like I think it was like around the early 2000s, and they still had to have their commercials, but they wanted to show the movie like beginning to end uninterrupted. So they just built their own commercials into the movie and like cut them in, and then got sued by George Lucas.
Wait,
So
what?
Yeah, okay, wait, I'm watching this one right now.
So this is here. I got one pulled up. We can watch it and then have it. You guys can hear what it sounds like. Let me go here.
is he going to the fridge to get a beer?
You got to turn it up a little.
What if I told you that you could get your daily
Oh, oops. Sorry. Oops.
That's a shitty commercial he put in that
Yeah.
movie.
God, that's an incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. Okay, here we go.
Oh, this is a different one than I saw.
Ika Chaka.
illustrious Jabba bids you welcome and will gladly pay you the reward of 29,000. 50,000, no less. The mighty Jabba asked why he must pay 50,000. Because he's holding a
That's pretty awesome.
Oh my god.
The one I just watched. It's Luke and Obi-Wan, and they're talking, and then Obi-Wan just gets up, and it looks like he goes to the fridge and opens it, and there's a hand cuts and grabs a beer.
There's like 5 different of them. There's one where like Luke and Yoda are like training on Dagobah, and like Yoda goes to like reach into the tree. And just like blows that, "Cerveza Cristo."
Dude,
That's
honestly,
incredible.
whatever the lawsuit
good.
was, I guarantee it was worth it.
Yeah. Imagine watching that though, and just seeing that and like not knowing.
They did
Or,
that
like
in
if you
2003.
yeah, if
That's
you'd seen
awesome.
that in the movie, like seen the movie before, and then you're just flipping through the TV and you're just like, oh no, wait, Star Wars, and then that happened, you're like, what?
That'd be awesome.
How did they do that?
We have technology.
It's super funny. But yeah,
Well, the
That's
ad
awesome.
worked because I want myself a
a
Cerveza,
Cerveza Crystal now. I wonder if that's a good beer. Wonder if you could get that in the States.
I don't know.
I
I'm
kinda
gonna
want-
try
I
and
want
order
a beer right now.
What kind of beer?
I saw this thing where it was like a Corona type, like style beer, but with way better ingredients. Supposedly made in California, and I'm sure it's really expensive. But the whole thing, some Instagram thing, I'm just like scrolling through, and
Hmm.
I see it, and I was like, that beer looks so good.
Mm,
That was the last beer I saw.
I love a
Do like
nice
a good
cold,
Corona.
crisp beer. Nice
Yeah.
crispy.
I need it.
Apparently, the company that did that for Star Wars has also done that for American Beauty, Gladiator, and Notting Hill.
Oh no way.
Oh, God, they're fucked.
No, I'm sure that they're fine.
That's
I'm sure It's a
awesome.
calculated risk.
Super funny.
Like they had to know that they were going to possibly receive legal action. You know.
Yeah. You think so?
It's
Hmm.
my
What the
cell
fuck was
phone.
that? No.
Some? Yeah.
I thought it was like ah!
Thought it was
Little Paul Atreides.
Little Paul.
So did you guys notice legendary anime manga writer Akira Toriyama has now tragically passed at the young age of 68.
The creator of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my God, yes. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, and many other shits.
I gotta tell you, growing up watching Dragon Ball Z, that's
Watched a lot
like
of Dragon Ball Z.
the closest thing you could get as a kid to like
Being the coolest
Yeah.
fucker ever.
well, like watching something like an action movie or something like intense as an adult. That's like the equivalent for a kid of watching something, just being like so sucked in and be like, that was crazy. That episode was wild.
Nothing has inspired more bad hairstyles than Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, very true.
I want to look like Goku.
Did you see that somebody tried to cancel Akira Toriyama
Oh, really?
Really?
recently, like right before he died, because they're like how come there's one black person in all of the Dragon Ball Z
Hmm.
universe, Mr. Popo, for those who don't know. All
Yeah.
right? And he's like a caricature, like it looks like 1920s cartoon.
It
like,
does
really
look
bad.
like that.
I never thought of, when I was a kid, I never thought of him as a black guy.
Neither
Yeah.
did I. Neither
Yeah.
did I.
I thought he was
mean,
like an alien or something.
Everyone looks kind
Chill.
of like crazy in that.
Because
like,
there
show.
are other black people.
There's a whole ass green man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Popo reminds me more of, well, I mean, this was seen as an offensive Pokemon, but Jinx.
He
Yeah.
does look like Jinx.
I mean, if you are gonna look at it that way, it does look like an offensive caricature, I have to say.
Not a good look.
But yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I never thought of him as a black man because when they would show the civilians in Dragon Ball, you would see a black guy. And sure, that could be racist because those,
Why inclusion?
just the way he draws them, I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little racist. But Mr. Popo, never thought of him as a black guy.
Hmm.
But the way that they did draw black people was a little racist, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Help me out here, guys.
Well, well, okay. So, his argument was that he didn't have a lot of source material,
Right.
right? So, if you think of like what he was sourcing, he was trying to include them, but he was sourcing like stuff that was already bad, and then he was trying to make it cartoony, which doesn't make it better. And then
Mhm.
it's like playing telephone with like the idea of it. And then also he was just like, guys, listen, like I made this. Japanese people don't see a lot of black people. You know what I mean?
Right.
We have really no idea how to draw them, what they look like, and half the people look like animals. You know what I mean? So like, don't get too hung up on this. I think. Was
Yeah,
like his
they
answer.
were like they're animal dudes.
He was like, I
The-
made this for Japanese.
the
people,
mayor
tough
was
shit."
a dog. The mayor was a dog.
They were like one of the questions were like,
I honestly, if there's any black person in the show, it's Piccolo.
yeah, I always kind of thought Piccolo was black. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's green, but like he kind of had like a I don't even know.
Swag to
a
him.
swag.
Is that
He
okay?
was the best dressed.
He did have some drip.
He had some drip, dude, and then like also like I don't know. I kind of don't want to touch it anymore.
Let's get away from the race of
Well,
Akira Toriyama.
basically, his whole thing was like, he's like, listen, did the best with the tools that I have. I made this for little Japanese kids, and we don't have too many black people here. I'm sorry that there's not more black people in the show. He's like,
Yeah.
it's for Japan.
I guys, I googled it and it said that he's not black because he's not even human.
There you go.
Who, Mr. Popo or Piccolo?
Piccolo.
Oh, Piccolo's from a completely different planet.
Yeah. Planet Namek.
I just
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
answer. No, he's not even a human.
You got that dog in him though.
Well, the mayor is definitely a dog.
Yeah.
We've
Mayor is
established
literally
that.
a dog.
We know at least that much.
There's dinosaurs in the world.
They run on a giant dragon in space.
Right.
Mr. Popo is a genie.
A genie.
A racist genie?
But
Yeah,
Toriyama's work very inspirational, fucking influential across the whole world. He will never be forgotten. He was a fucking legend.
Yeah.
In fact,
Dragon Ball Z was great. That What are some other shows that were coming up around Dragon Ball Z? I watched a lot of SWAT Cats. You guys ever watch SWAT Cats?
I can't say I have.
No, what the fuck is a SWAT cat?
Bro, I watched SWAT Cats.
They're cats that were like fighter pilots.
That was like a more of a kids cartoon. That wasn't like on Toonami, was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
SWAT cat spelled with a K.
Yeah.
Sounds racist.
It was SWAT Cats in anime.
No, it was like a It was like a kids cartoon,
Oh,
but it was like an action, like a kids action cartoon, kind of like in the vein of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
What are some other good Toonami shows? Gundam Wing,
Gundam Wing, yeah,
Gundam,
Gundam
Thundercats.
Oh,
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
I did not like
Sailor
Thundercats.
Moon. Sailor Moon was big
All right,
when we were kids.
Put your pants on.
I never watched it. Just
I would
yeah.
always watch Thundercats and be like, I'll watch it. And then you get to the end of the episode, you're like, not that bad. And then it gets to like at a certain point, you're like, all right, this is kind of garbage.
Yeah.
This show is trash.
Yeah, like all that stuff, all that early, like mid '90s anime never stuck with me other than Dragon Ball.
This one show I did like the Big O.
The big.
I don't think
O.
I ever watched that.
This dude that had this big
Orgasms.
fucking robot named the Big O, and he would use this big
Oh,
robot to like
Big
do crime
O!
or like solve crimes. I don't know.
Okay,
The show's
the
good.
original Toonami lineup was Thundercats,
Ho!
Thunder.
Cartoon Roulette, which I don't know what that
Cartoon
means.
Roulette. I think-
Voltron, Cartoon Roulette,
I
The
think
Real
Cartoon-
Adventures of Johnny Quest.
I think Cartoon Roulette was
Johnny
just
Quest.
like old Hanna-Barbera cartoons that
Yeah.
were just on repeat. Johnny Quest was pretty great.
Johnny Quest was good.
Robotech, The Adventures of Johnny Quest. That was the next lineup. Then we had Beast Wars, Transformers,
Mm.
Thundercats,
Oh, that's cool.
Robotech. I don't remember Robotech at all.
Yeah, I remember Robotech. There was some of them that were in there that were kind of stinkers, and then you'd kind of play around, be like, "All right, we'll come back for Dragon Ball Z."
Okay, here we go. It was originally thrown in the 1998 lineup, August 31st to October 2nd. It would go Sailor Moon, Thundercats, Dragon Ball Z, Johnny Quest. I remember being
Man.
present for that lineup
I
Yeah.
was
every
so there for
fucking
that.
day.
Yeah, you would. Those were the times when you would schedule your life around that.
And then also, the next wave they added the Super Friends. I remember that being really funny, and I kind of like Super Friends a lot.
Batman Beyond.
at the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, Super Friends is always a fun one.
and then
Batman Beyond.
and then eventually Dragon
Oh,
Ball Z.
dude, Batman
just,
Beyond was sick.
That was
Dragon Ball
pretty-
Z
that
just
ruled pretty
kind of
hard.
took over.
Yeah,
I started doing 2 windows of Dragon Ball Z, and then oh my god, the Lunar Eclipse lineup was all Sailor Moon from 11:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. That sounds awful.
God damn.
And then after
Wait, did you
that-
guys? Sailor Moon wasn't terrible.
I don't think I watched a single episode.
yeah. I don't think I ever watched it.
No, dude. Yeah, take your pants off. Watch Sailor Moon.
when I was a kid, I'd be like, "Ooh, that's Sailor Moon." Nah. But okay, and then this is I distinctly remember this lineup: Dragon Ball Z, Powerpuff Girls, Dragon Ball Z, Powerpuff Girls, Dragon Ball Z.
Damn.
Because my
Yeah,
sister was a Powerpuff Girls person, and this was like the perfect thing for us because there was something there for both of us, so we weren't fighting over the TV for like a second.
Yeah, that's a good one. How about some Teen Titans?
Teen Titans.
Did you ever watch some Teen
Dope.
Titans?
Love
It
me
was
some
okay.
Teen Titans.
It was okay.
yeah, it was good. I like Teen Titans a lot because
Beast
was
Boy
playing a
was
lot
a
of
little-
hero clicks at the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Beast Boy was a little bitch.
Beast Boy was cool. They were all cool.
Yeah, I liked them all.
Robin was dope.
Raven
I liked Raven. Yeah,
Raven.
She was hot.
and Starfire.
Stuff.
she was kind of ditzy, but she was also
then,
hot.
then they brought in her sister, Blackfire.
What?
She has a sister.
Ooh,
Was she hot? Was
Remember
she
that
hot?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
hey, Beast Boy, you changed into one of those hot women.
Ugh. Yeah, they just tried to make. They tried
Yeah, they
to,
made Starfire into like a goth girl.
No, they were like, "What if Raven and Starfire fuck?"
In a world.
The main bad guy was
In the
Slade, and I didn't realize
Slade?
until I was
I thought
older
it was
that
Slate.
there was a
it was
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke?
Yeah, Deathstroke.
Slade. Yeah.
Slade
Before
Wilson.
everything.
Fucking spoiler alert out here. Jerry Moffer is trying to ruin everything.
They
for
never
everyone.
reveal. They always called him Slade,
Yeah.
but it wasn't until you see other things that you're just like, oh, that's fucking Deathstroke.
hmm
Hmm.
Pretty great character.
what is this from?
Deathstroke.
Batman vs. Deathstroke fight scene.
What?
Damn.
2023. What is this from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It
Every
must be
once in a
some sort
while,
of game.
I'll go on HBO Max and pick out one of those either like Justice League
Oh, I
or
do that all the
Batman
time, yeah.
like cartoon like movies.
I do
Basically,
that way more than I'd like to admit.
yeah. I watch Justice League. There's a really good one. It was Justice League. It's not just War, I think, or something like that.
Was it the one with Constantine?
Was it
Dark?
Civil War?
It might have been.
There's the one called Dark. That's the one with Constantine.
There's this one with Constantine, and the premise is a fucking dark side and Apocalypse literally take over the world and kill the Justice League. But Constantine gets
Keanu
together
Reeves?
with like some people and Superman with no powers, and they somehow save the day. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. That one was good.
Keanu Reeves?
No,
I forgot the one
it was animated.
The one that I watched had it was basically the plot of like the Batman versus Superman movie where Batman collects all
Yeah.
the secrets on how to kill all of the Justice League in case they turn
Oh,
on.
It's
Oh,
called
I
Doom.
think, yeah. Is that Doom or it's also
Yeah,
called like
Doom, I
yeah.
think is what it is.
Yeah. That one's good.
Yeah, that one's fucking great.
Did you watch the Red Sun? The one where
I don't think so.
It's where Superman doesn't land in America. He lands in communist Russia and becomes like the
Oh,
Russian
really?
Superman, and then Batman is like psycho crazy Russian Batman. And
Damn.
that one's kind of
That
cool.
sounds awesome.
Josh
Yeah.
says, someone give Yu Yu Hakusho its flowers or we riot.
I
will say,
I did think of Yu Yu Hakusho when I said no
That-
other anime grabbed me,
yeah.
but that one did grab me when I was
That
younger.
one grabbed me. Rurouni Kenshin got me. Inuyasha grabbed me.
Yep.
Like all
Those weren't were
Those were
those
Adult
Toonami?
Swim.
Those were Adult Swim.
Those
Yeah.
were
It
Adult
was like
Swim.
it was like shit you catch at midnight.
It was Toonami was basically they were like, we can't show these kids these shits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went to Adult Swim, but those were still fire. And I watched I think like all the Yu Yu Hakusho. That Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, I'd say were like my two favorite. Besides,
I really liked Case Closed. The one
Case
about
Closed
the
was good too.
yeah.
It was case closed.
Case Closed was this little
I don't think I've
fucking
even heard of
little
that.
pesky boy solving all these mysteries.
It
It was
was-
basically Scooby Doo.
Yeah, it was like this like detective that had a curse put on him that made him into a child, but he was like Sherlock Holmes in a child's body, and he was
Ah.
trying to figure out. He was the biggest mystery of all: how to become myself again. But in the meantime, solving all
How
of
do I
these
get
crimes.
pussy as a 5-year-old boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I
Case
want to
Closed
be
was
big.
good. Dude, they actually just came out with a new Rurouni Kenshin. It's
Oh,
pretty-
really?
It's pretty decent. For those of you who don't know, watch Cartoons Online. It has all the cartoons. Any cartoons, dubs, subs, doms. No, I don't know. It's good. It's got everything. It's pretty good. I think it's WCO forever now. Watch Cartoons
Mm.
Online forever.
Oh, Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
I would be bricked up watching Cowboy Bebop. That
I
one
just-
chick with her tits out every single time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I went to trivia the other night, and one of the categories was first lines of books, and they give the first line, and then you have to guess which book it was.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Was on
And
there.
that was it. And then Amelia was like, "I've never even heard of that one." I was like, "Oh, yes, you have."
Yes, you
A
have.
Tale of Two
from,
Titties.
from Hey Arnold with
Oh, yeah.
Oscar.
Do you want to pet the kitty?
Kitty, kitty. I want to pet the kitty.
What were the other like first line?
There was. We were leaving Barstow when
The drugs kicked in.
the drugs kicked in.
We had 75 pellets of mescaline. 2 sheets of high-powered blotter acid.
Any guesses?
Half a dozen
Well,
animals.
that's Fear
That's
and
Fear and
Loathing.
Loathing.
Yeah, that was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Call Me Ishmael.
Moby Dick.
That's it. There was
You slammed that one, bro. Did you read that?
No, it's just Ishmael, Abraham.
That's
yeah,
quick.
it's the famous one.
Abraham. He had many sons, I heard.
Many sons had father Abraham. I
Abraham begot.
begat
Isaac?
begat. I don't remember what the other ones were.
What's the first line in the Bible?
In the beginning.
Fuck. Oh.
How do we know that how do we know that God played baseball?
In the beginning,
Was
God
that?
created heaven and earth.
In the first line is in the big inning.
Oh,
Oh.
That's a good dad joke.
I'll fucking slip my wrist.
I'm trying to think of what the other ones were because there's two more, and it was interesting to try and think of what they were. Oh, it was Scarlett O'Hara wasn't a beautiful woman, but she caught the eye of many men with her charm.
That's that.
Many men, many men.
Is it the Scarlet Letter or whatever? No?
Incorrect.
Is that what the name of that fucking
It's one
thing
you've
is?
all heard of, and I almost guarantee none of you have read. Probably,
No.
maybe you've seen it though.
What was the quote again?
Scarlett O'Hara was not an attractive woman, but she something to the effect of she wasn't an attractive woman, but she got the charm of
But she fucked.
she got yeah, basically she got many men with her charm. Is Gone with the Wind.
Oh. I want to quickly correct myself. I said Abraham.
Ishmael.
Yeah. What did I say? Ishmael and
No, that
Ahab.
was right.
Captain
Oh yeah,
Ahab.
Captain
Yeah.
Ahab.
Ishmael's right.
Yeah.
I meant to say Ahab.
Call me
not
Ishmael.
Abraham.
Abraham. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. What is that book?
Great Gatsby.
Close. Not at all.
Man of great fortune must be in want of a wife. What's
It's by Jane Austen.
That's Sense, Pride and Prejudice.
Yes. All right. What about
Yeah.
maybe this one?
Stupid.
The sweat whisk lashing, Ophe, sick boy. He was trembling. That's train
What?
spotting. Nobody's gonna get that one.
The other one, I don't remember what book it was, but it started out with like it was a cold, rainy day on the 13th when something happened.
That's Batman: The Long Halloween.
I think that's correct.
I'm
But
on
yeah.
I'm on Reddit of greatest opening book lines ever, and I gotta say, a lot of these opening book lines kind of suck.
I
Yeah.
write this sitting in the kitchen sink.
I like this one. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit.
Legendary.
On a bog in a log at the bottom of the sea.
In a hole in the bottom of the sea.
Good night, moon.
Yes.
Josh says, bruh, case closed is fire. I think it's still literally going.
Really? So he still hasn't figured it out? Man,
gotta
for
be
being
grown
the
up by
greatest
now.
detective, this kid kind of sucks.
Actually, this kid might be the worst detective.
yeah.
He doesn't have to solve it anymore. He's grown up.
It's still on its 31st
Yeah, exactly.
season. Holy fucking
Bro,
shit.
that's crazy. That's
He's older than
fucking-
he ever was when he got sent back.
I'm
Yeah.
still. How is he still a child?
Watch him like try and fix the curse now, and he just dies. Yeah, he would have
Yeah.
died of old age.
Now he's like, "Fuck, dude, I
Yeah,
do
he's
not want to
86.
fix the curse."
That's crazy.
Yeah, does he continue? Does he grow at all, or does he just stay a little pussy his whole life?
He gets sent back and immediately shits his pants because he has incontinence. Ah!
That's a weird
I'm
direction.
old now.
I bet he would shit his pants.
Yeah. He's in the nursing home. He wants to leave. I just spent 30 years trying to figure out how to get back home.
Little pesky ball shreddies.
Oh, now sit back down now, sir.
Let's get you home, Grandpa.
Take your pills.
He's right. Me too.
No, you know not what it means, Grandpapa.
No, please, I have a wound there.
All right, let's see here. What do we got coming up this coming week? We got any fun plans for the spring?
No.
Eh,
Might join a softball league or something.
That'd be fun.
And some interesting news. The U.S. rushes to build a Gaza port. A Gaza port is coming.
What?
Oh wow, yeah, we should touch on that one.
A Gaza port?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
To like,
Well, it sounds like they're gonna have a port there now.
sounds like war.
Moving
Does
on.
it sound like war?
Two countries that get along really well. Going to Gaza. Sounds
In other news,
sounds great.
Colorado DNA scientists manipulated data in 652 cases. Investigation finds.
oh,
Really?
You're done.
Yes,
You're
let's take a
done.
look at this. Apparently, now former forensic scientists with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation (CBI), geez, what could go wrong? Manipulated or omitted DNA test results in hundreds of cases. An internal affairs investigation found, which prompted a full review of her work. Wow.
Wow.
650 cases. People didn't have evidence. They got in trouble.
Fucking
Jeez.
done. So what? They just case. They're like, hey.
Case closed.
No, they
Evidence
said, "Hey,
fucked."
we're still gonna keep you in jail.
Right.
Figure out your
They're
appeals."
like, you've adapted, right? Do you want to leave?
He. So what did he do? He messed with their DNA.
How
She-
dare you?
Yeah, she was brave.
What did they do? They messed with the DNA. Like how?
She liked to spit on
How'd she
the-
do that?
She liked to spit on it.
She,
All right,
yeah, she put it in place. And
all right.
Yeah,
So,
take that.
I got your fucking evidence.
German's right here. I'm rubbing in my butt.
So for 30 years, Yvonne / Missy Woods
25 years.
handled from 1994 to 2008 about 700 cases. Woods, a 30-year veteran of the agency's crime lab, was placed on administrative leave in October after CBI became
Oh.
aware of a DNA sample testing performed by Woods that may have deviated from standard operating procedures.
So she was
Didn't
like
have
part
the
of the.
SOP open.
She was part of the police department, and
They used her to frame people.
she just like screwed with all the evidence. Okay. Wow. I thought it was like a 23andMe type thing. So then she just started messing with all the results, and people would be like, I'm 99% Antarctican.
Antarctica.
This doesn't make
Antarctican.
sense. But yeah, that's a lot worse, you know.
You did that, right? You did the 23andMe thing?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, dude, you did that?
Yeah.
Now Blackcock and Vanguard all have your
Black Hawk?
yeah,
Oh,
big,
man.
big BlackRock.
Now, how do you feel that your
Uh,
information is going to be used to incriminate your uncle as a serial killer?
Well, it could also, like, you know, if Sugar Tits over here in Colorado gets a handle on it, she could frame you for shit.
This is true. She could already have done that.
You're in the database now.
She could have done that.
Did you find
no
anything
matter
fun?
what the the thing.
Did you find anything fun from the ancestry?
Yeah, I found a few fun things.
What's the most fun thing that you found?
Here, let me pull it up so I can read you some of the ridiculous things that it tells me.
I found out I had a bisexual great uncle.
Let me see here. They had a lot of stuff that was like, you're most likely to wake up at 8:07 a.m.
What?
And
That's
he's
weird.
like,
Yeah, they told
What
me
the
I was
heck
going to
about
die
that?
before 62. That's
Oh,
not
really?
data I want to have. Yeah.
yeah.
Most male
Lens.
coalsings die.
Would you
Between
want to
50
know
and
your
60.
end date?
Yeah.
I would love to know when I die.
What if
I
it's
feel like you would fuck yours up.
No.
You
If I
would-
knew when I
What
die.
if you found out what it would have been and what it changed to once you found out,
Mm,
and it was way lower?
I guess, yeah, I would fuck it up. Probably. If I found out I'm going to die at like 60, I'd be like, shit. I got
Well, what would you do?
I got 30 years left.
Yeah, what would you do?
I got to
You got a whole nother life that you already lived.
I got to start living it up.
yeah.
Jerry, you've already think about how long you've been alive now, right? And then think about doubling that.
Yeah,
Think about how old we are.
if you found out that you were going to die at 60 on Tuesday, you would still go to Chipotle, get a burrito, and go play Helldivers.
Think about
Jerry,
about how old we are
You
now.
would just be raw dogging.
think about how old we are now, right?
30.
But we're 30,
One.
right? We don't get out of school until we're like 18. So there's fucking half of that.
Yeah, and now
So
you're at
we've
work.
only been our own men really for like 12 years.
You're your own man now.
I'm my own man.
You feel that?
Are you not your own man?
I go work for a company and basically keep the same hours I was keeping in school.
Yes, but
I'm just the
you
same but
choose
different
to do it.
against not being able to eat and do fun things.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is, before we were told to do stuff, we were
Yeah.
pushed into a system.
Now you're still
Now
in the
you-
same system,
You're choosing to do it.
right? But what's the alternative?
Who knows? You got money. I got money. I could take my money and go to Europe if I wanted to, but I'm not.
You can just schedule some PTO and go visit.
Yeah.
Europe,
I could quit my job and travel the world,
and then you'd run out of money in about 3 weeks.
and then I'm a bum in Europe or something.
Oh yeah,
all right,
You know,
which is equally as fun.
I'm
Yeah.
my own man.
you can be a bum in Europe and still collect a check every week.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
this is the office space thing. My cousin's broke. He don't do shit.
yeah. What'd you do with $1 million? Yeah, I found out that I'm when I drink alcohol, I'm more likely to flush. You know, my cheeks would get red.
Wow, fucking call Times Union.
What's your average ejaculation time?
4 seconds.
I got it down under a minute, bro. I'm good. Efficient.
Just know what I like. No.
I'm predisposed to gain more weight than the average person.
Fatty.
I'm likely lactose tolerant, which is correct. I can smell asparagus odor for asparagus odor detection.
In your piss? I can smell it
think
too,
so.
bro. Everyone can smell it. It's stinky.
Yeah.
You ever eat asparagus and piss?
Yeah.
Smells.
You ever
Did
piss
that
on
last night.
asparagus?
It's great.
You ever cook asparagus and pee-pee?
I'm about 50% chance of being able to match musical pitch.
Do it.
Oh,
You guys are way off.
It's gonna
be like up here.
My God, he's good.
less likely to have bunions
Oh, thank
than
God.
the average human.
What is a bunion?
I like the word bunions and bosoms.
Bunions are things on your feet that you get that are like painful.
bosoms.
exactly
Can
what
you,
they-
can you eat them?
Bosoms isn't used enough
Probably.
anymore.
I know.
Oh, it's when your
Let me see
toe
them
goes
bosoms.
in. Pain, a bony
Put them
bump that
bosoms
forms on
on
the
me.
joint base of your big toe.
Ooh.
You're more likely to have bunions or less?
I am
bring it
less
back.
likely to have bunions.
Let's bring
Okay.
bosoms back.
I am likely to have wet earwax
Do
for
you?
my earwax type.
Do you?
I don't really have anything to compare it to. I don't think I've ever seen how wet or dry
Oh,
earwax gets.
Yo, guys, let's get our earwax out.
All right, everyone. Pinky, does everyone have a key on them?
I want to do that candle trick. Have you seen that candle trick?
That is a bunch of snake oil.
Yeah.
Does it work?
No,
No.
you're just burning a candle in your ear like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Have you done any other thing than a Q-tip in your ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
I
had to
did
go to
some
the doctor to
mineral
get my
oil.
ear flushed.
Damn. How much shit came out?
A fuck ton. It was so gross.
I want to do that.
It was all
it nice?
black
Kinda
and
cool.
disgusting.
Did
I
you
think
feel
I
like
actually
$1
have
million
to.
bucks?
I literally felt like my hearing was. I had super hearing. I could like hear the lady's fingers go across the paper. I was like, "Oh my god, what have I been missing?"
That's crazy.
I actually think I have to go do it again because
And then-
this is totally random that you guys fucking brought this up. But
yeah.
now every day when I wake up, I like can't hear out of my right ear for a little bit because I think the earwax.
Damn.
It's built up.
It like takes a minute for me to like be able to hear. Like if I'm like turned on one side, I can't hear any birds or the TV or anything. But if I turn to the other side, I can hear everything.
ways.
Yeah, it's kind of like selective hearing. I can just like
Yeah.
turn shit off.
That is
Just angle
nice.
yourself towards.
It's a little bit concerning though because I think I'm going deaf.
Oof.
But then I get up and I start doing stuff, and then I get my hearing back.
Mhm.
Had to shake it.
Yeah,
loose.
I mean, it's just one ear, too. You know.
Wait,
You got
Yeah.
the other one.
do you have do you have any more ailments?
I am likely have no photic sneeze reflex.
Hmm.
So when I see light, I'm less likely to sneeze.
Okay,
I'm likely bitten more frequently by mosquitoes than others,
that tracks.
which is true. Misophonia, I have average odds of hating the sounds of chewing.
All right, I'm done. I'm
What
done.
the fuck? That is the most. And also, too,
They can find those genes. They can't figure out the gay gene yet.
you have the average odds of taking a shit at 10:30.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else? I'm more likely to enjoy vanilla over chocolate.
Is that true?
That is true. They got that one. I do prefer a nice vanilla over a nice chocolate.
Do you think that's a common
Recently,
Vanilla-
I've been the same.
versus chocolate
Vanilla is very
popularity?
very smooth, whereas chocolate kind of gives you a punch.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
It says vanilla wins on a broad scale of American testing.
I mean, vanilla is just a great flavor.
It does say actually
wrong.
in the Midwest, vanilla is much more preferred. In the Northeast, chocolate is more preferred. In the South, it is pretty split.
Interesting. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. This has been a broadcast of the Butt Stuff Podcast. We're excited to have you here and happy to be hanging out. Hit us up on Instagram. Let us know what you think. Drop us a line. Give us money.
We did get a comment on the Instagram feed. Somebody said, "How can viewers call in, bro?" So we gotta look into setting that up. Maybe
We can set that up,
uh,
bro.
call in next week.
Who's asking?
Real Anthony Sales.
Oh.
Anthony Sales, MBPP business owner.
Nice.
He's 17 followers, 17K followers rather.
Damn.
Okay,
You can learn a thing or two.
sure.
Alrighty. See you next time.
Thank you, everybody.
See ya.